We condemn the notion of killing 10,000 dogs for cultural ideals, yet simultaneously ruthlessly steal the lives of over 45 million turkeys with no justification.
Hello, what's up? So, I went to the Animal Liberation Western Convergence in Salt Lake City, Utah, and it was freaking amazing. I met people from Israel, I met people from Greece, Canada, Alaska, I met families, I met old people, I met vegan Evan, an 8-year-old who decided to go vegan all by himself and then convinced his mom to go vegan, and they're both activists. And just like, I met this girl who lived in a van for 8 months and literally quit her job so that she could be there. My friend Nathan from St. Louis went, and he hitchhiked halfway across the country, met up with some friends in a van in California, and road tripped all the way to Canada. And this one lady from Greece, and she was telling me about hitchhiking and how wonderful the hospitality is in Ireland, and I don't know, all of these crazy, beautiful, unique people all came together from all over the world, and it was such a good feeling to be a part of it and know that we're all on the same page, we all care about the same things, and we're all willing to make it happen. Wayne Husing, he's the co-founder of Direct Action Everywhere. They focus on open rescue, so they will go into a factory farm or a slaughterhouse and rescue these animals directly and share their stories and disrupt events and protest and just do things that are gonna directly change people's mind and make you think about it. He's been vegan for 20 or 21 years, but he talked about social justice movements and how they change and how it takes breaking the law to make change happen, because we, the people, as a democracy, we have the ability to change the laws, and the government will adapt to our needs if we all vote, per se. How, like, it's a good thing Martin Luther King broke the law, and it's a good thing Rosa Parks broke the law, all in the name of equality. 6 defendants are facing up to 60 years in prison for rescuing some chickens and bringing them to the vet, and they're just regular people, they're just vegan activists, and they happen to care about these animals, and they're facing up to 60 years in prison for it. That's fucking mind-blowing. So it was a beautiful thing. Hundreds of people were around to show up for that, to show their support for open rescue.
Hi, I'm Paul Darwin. I'm facing over $250,000 in restitution in a hearing in California for investigating a Costco supplier of cage-free eggs, and also facing 6 felony charges here in Utah for whistleblowing and rescuing animals from turkey and pig farms.
So what happened was I got a message in my family group chat saying there's police at the door and Sierra, they're for you, and I'm just like, wow, I'm at work. And that was very unsettling. I didn't know if they were going to come to my work. I didn't know if they were going to wait. I didn't know what was going to happen. Ended up really not hearing anything. And then that actually happened a few times. They came to my house, and almost every single time they came to my house, I wasn't there. I was at work. One time they came to my work, and I was at my other job, and it was really hard.
When I was recently arrested for helping a dying baby calf, this is my second time getting arrested. Thank you. I felt scared, and there had been times where I came to you at night, I was crying, I was scared, because, you know, when these things happen to us, I definitely felt like, wow, the industry, law enforcement, they're all coming together, and they're making us out to be criminals, and it's really, really scary. But when I came to you with these things, and when I talk to you about them, you're always so optimistic, and you always talk about repression being a gift. Can you share that with others too?
Yeah, actually it's relevant now because just yesterday the Fresno Bee reported on the Western Dairymen's Association calling animal rights activists triggered terrorists. Was literally the term they used in a big press release. And you know, it is hard sometimes because you look at yourself, you see You know, I think Sierra's 20 years old, has never had any experience with the police, and the police are coming after her so hard with these aggressive felonies when she's had no criminal history in her life. Arwen spent her entire life caring for kids. And Paul, obviously, I mean, if you know Paul, he's just one of the most generous, kind-hearted human beings on the planet. I've never seen Paul angry. I've known Paul for, what, 5 years now? I've literally never seen Paul angry in my life. Never, not once. I get angry. I mean, if you think I have good emotional control, this guy's got me beat. And then you're seeing these press releases in the industry decrying these people as terrorists and criminals and violent people. You know, after we did the rescue of Petaluma, despite the fact that our activists were assaulted, they put out a press release saying we assaulted them. It's just like, folks, we had peace signs and white flowers on hands, and we're just crying and trying to care for sick animals, and it can seem tough. And the thing that I think, I know keeps me positive, is knowing that this is just part of change. That if you know the history of the civil rights movement, the women's suffrage movement, if you know the history of all the activist movements that have created change, the first thing that these great activists will tell you is get ready for backlash. Oftentimes, the activists themselves don't create change by their own efforts. It's the overreaction by the institution they're trying to change, reform in some way, that actually creates the real change. Because when people see good people like school teachers and teenagers and roofers who have no criminal history at all facing decades in prison for giving animals food and water, I mean, most people don't agree with that, and they think it's a waste of taxpayer resources and an injustice.
The first day we had the Cube of Truth. Oh, I already posted about the first day. If you haven't seen my first day vlog, I'll link it down below. but okay, so day two. Day two we had the march. And it was powerful. And there were hundreds of us. And we literally marched through the downtown streets of Salt Lake City, Utah, with beautiful ass mountains in the distance, and all of these people chanting and singing and spreading the message. And we got so much publicity that day. We were on Fox News, ABC, and CNN. It was just beautiful that we were able to do that. We occupied Whole Foods. We all literally marched into Whole Foods and peacefully disrupted it. And this girl gave a speak out. She gave a speech about animals and how there is no humane way to kill someone who doesn't want to die, and how animals have feeling, and they feel fear, and they feel pain, and they suffer from anxiety and depression, and just all of these emotions that we're not taking into consideration when we confine them to these small crates where you don't have the option. If you wanted to like go walk for like a few seconds or even a minute, you don't even have the option. Your entire life you can't fucking move. That's like, oh, if you like think about that, that's fucking mind-blowing.
I've been in slaughterhouses in Taiwan and watched dogs getting strung up for winter soup, and they struggle and they kick and they turn around and they want to come out. They smell death and they don't want to be there. But it is no different than the cows and the pigs and the chickens who are also individuals who don't want to die, and they don't want to die badly, and we are here for them today.
If there's anything to be grateful for this holiday season, it is to be grateful that we were born the most privileged species on earth. Only so privileged because we have decimated the entire world's inhabitants out of a false sense of superiority. Let us give thanks for the fact that we are not forced into living condition with thousands of our own kin defecating and urinating all around us, driven mad by the stench and overcrowding. Let us give thanks that our toes and nose are not hacked from our bodies without pain medication or anesthesia as a standard practice for our existence. Let us give thanks that we are not genetically manipulated to grow so fast that our very bodies collapse from underneath us. be grateful at all. We should be outraged.
It was great. And then the next day it was all classes. So I took a meditation class from a Buddhist priest who has an animal liberation temple.
I think that a spiritual balance and understanding in animal rights, especially as activists, is very important for us. Every action that you take can be a spiritual one. Every time you're out there protesting and like shouting chants, like, can be a spiritual practice for yourself, and probably should be. And this is where we can find the balance in activism, is by bringing these two worlds together.
I took a photography class, or no, not photography, videography, because it's important to be able to record things so that you can share them with the world. I also took an effective social media class.
If somebody, you know, feels that you're important enough for them to take the time out of their day to give you feedback and work with you to make your work better, and that's a huge compliment.
Then we went out to dinner, and my friend Nathan can clap with one hand. I could do it. I just can't do it. Okay, yeah, and then the next day we saved 100 turkeys. So Wayne Husing is peaceful and compassionate and cool as shit, and somehow made a friendship with the owner of one of the largest slaughterhouses in the country. And this slaughterhouse owner released us these 100 turkeys, and we were able to take them to vet care and to bring them to sanctuaries across the country. So those 100 turkeys are going to be able to live out their lives for Thanksgiving without the brutality and being murdered. I feel like I just felt like intense emotions about all of this, all in like a 5-day period with like hundreds of other people. So it was just like really intense, and I was just very much like swallowed into the world of vegan activism, which I feel like it's a good thing. Like, I felt so much passion for it, and it's like these animals are in these situations, and it is killing our environment, and it is killing the health of humanity, and we're dying from these diseases, and people are suffering, and I feel like it is a very relevant topic, and someone needs to talk about it. So I'm just like so willing to portray that message. Then we went to the largest pig factory farm in the country and demanded they give us a pig, even one that they weren't gonna make profit off of because they were throwing the pig away, and they ended up saying no. I think it was important that we're demanding those things, and that we're just making that a relevant question, and just making them think and believe that that could be an option, that the pigs could live, and just keep continuing, because we need to use every aspect we can to make the movement happen. Like, yes, it's an effective way to go like the grassroots route and like just get everyone on the same page, and then if everyone's consuming peaceful food choices, then there's not going to be a demand for these disgusting factory farms anymore. Like, this factory farm smelled like from miles away. Okay, maybe not miles, maybe like a mile away. You could just fucking smell it. Like, and when the bus doors opened and we all got out, we were like, oh. That was basically my trip to the Animal Liberation Western Convergence, and I'm fucking ready for the Animal Liberation Conference in Berkeley, California in May. Okay, bye. Bye.